This is day 39, living on a sailboat. And we're back to fixing stuff, especially with the 3D printer. I had a couple of these shiv wheels broken. Yes, that's how they're pronounced, I looked it up. So I went to Fusion and made a really basic shape that I thought would work. Then I threw it in the slicer and printed it. Then we promptly went for a walk and forgot about it. And I found this cool stuff. And of course this really cool FDRX7. Love me a rotary. Once back I tested the really basic part. It seemed to work alright, although a few of the tolerances weren't quite up to spec, and so I had to remake it. Plus make it look a little prettier. So it was back to Fusion. And this is what I came up with. Put in a little relief cut for the seams and printed, and here we go. Ah! Comparison of the two parts. Of course I used PLA to do test prints because the expensive material I'm going to use is a lot more pricey. We're talking twice the cost for half the material. And once again, CC overlooking the whole operation, making sure everything's going smoothly. I think currently she's happy, so I must have done something right. And of course, while waiting for the 3D printer, I had to get on this job because we haven't had a light above our stove for so long. But as a last-ditch resort, I drilled it all out and made the hole way too big to ever be used ever again. But it works. Once that was done, I tested the part again, make sure everything fits correctly, and it does. Here's the evolution of my parts. Broken piece of garbage, basic shape, upgraded, more upgraded, and I'll show you the final part afterwards. But now it's time for my favorite material ever. This is carbon fiber filled nylon. PLA is like 20 bucks for a kilogram. This is 50 or 60 bucks for 500 grams. And because of the carbon fiber, it comes in one color, and that's black. This stuff's more like aluminum than plastic. It also prints way slower. So while we wait, back to the boat jobs. After marking out our chain and rode a little bit better, we rewrapped it and put it back in the hole.
Back in the hole. I supervised, of course.
And then a quick rinse to get off all the dirt that we left on from the chain. And back inside to see Kitty Cat, still supervising.
Hippie Brian here, chillin', doing good work.
And there it is finished. But, unfortunately, nylon has a bad habit of warping, and it warped here, so now nothing fits. So I'll show you guys all the evolutions, and then we will reprint this for tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow,
Like and share.
leave an inspiring comment, of course, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Okay, and bye-bye.
Thank you and bye-bye.